Hey! Hi, how you doing? This is the Gamertron and welcome back to the Gamertron Show. On February 10th, 2015, Evolve, the 4v1 Hunters vs. Monster video game experience was unleashed upon the world. Part first-person shooter, part hero shooter, part MOBA, part third-person action game, part stealth game, part PvP, part PvE, part co-op, went from pay-to-play to free-to-play. What a fascinating game Evolve is, and what a fascinating history and story this game went through. However, I'm not going to parrot and repeat what you all already know, the drama and failure associated with this game, because you see, that doesn't matter to me whatsoever. When I see Evolve, when I play Evolve, I see an entertaining interpretation of sci-fi fantasy, cool character and creature designs, beautiful lush alien worlds, colorful, flashy, one-of-a-kind combat, and of course those badass alien monsters. So, if you're interested, stay a while. Let's look back at Evolve, almost 4 years later, and let me share with you why I love this game, why it's one of my favorite video games of all time. Let's talk about Evolve. Now, surprisingly enough, what I want to talk about first is the game's story. Yes, Evolve does have a story. Not a linear story in the traditional sense of the word, but in terms of premise, backstory, lore, and world building. I find Evolve's universe to be an interesting sci-fi fantasy creation. I mean, let me just read you the backdrop description for the setting of Evolve and tell me this doesn't sound cool. In the distant future, humanity has traveled through the void of space, explored distant, far-off planets, colonized and terraformed them, fought in many wars and discovered new sources of energy. Expanding into the far arm of the galaxy, now attention has fallen upon Sheer, a recently colonized planet filled with strange new wildlife and rich resources. As mankind attempts to tame the planet, they discover that they're not alone in the universe. Strange, alien, intelligent monsters have appeared and appear to be doing anything in their power to destroy the colony and kill its inhabitants. As the situation turns catastrophic, an elite team of hunters consisting of heroes, veterans, scientists, psychopaths, and spies have assembled to evacuate the planet's colonists and save what's left of Sheer. There's so much obvious inspiration from classic sci-fi. Corrupt corporations, government secrets, and experimentation. The colorful and diverse cast of characters and their backstories, and the obvious Lovecraftian themes and insinuations as to the origins of the monsters. You pay attention, you do a little research, and you actually listen to the banter between the hunter characters, and you'll discover there's a surprisingly well thought out sci-fi universe behind it. I think that's something about Evolve that really goes underappreciated. There was genuine effort and thought put into developing an interesting backdrop for Evolve's gameplay and fans of the game. I can't help but really appreciate that. Up next, I want to briefly mention the game's graphics and presentation. Despite being almost 4 years old, Evolve, to this day, still looks really damn good. The Cry engine was used exceptionally well to craft this game. Lighting, particle effects still look superb, and overall texture work and detail is still to this day surprisingly really good, but then again, that's the Cry engine for you. The Cry engine is just capable of producing fantastic texture work. And when it comes to the game's art style, there's a interesting balancing act going on between making the game hyper-realistic and a tad cartoony. It's especially noticeable when it comes to the character and creature models. The proportions, physiques, and certain design elements are reminiscent of cartoon animation, while other environments and structures, props, and certain bits and pieces of the monsters are hyper detailed and realistic. And so with the combination of the graphics and art design presentation, Evolve still to this day is very pleasant on the eyes, and has its own distinct look and feel. But then again, when it comes to graphics, I only pay attention and notice this stuff because I'm a graphics whore. What most of you are here for and only care about, what we all play video games for, the gameplay. Let's talk about Evolve's gameplay. There really is no other video game out on the market that you can play right now that feels and plays like Evolve. It truly is a unique experience. First of all, of course, we have all the different hunter characters, which play from the first-person perspective, and at first glance, you'd assume Evolve to be a familiar first-person shooter. Oh, but it is far from familiar. It is actually quite unique. You see, Evolve was a hero shooter before the rise in popularity of hero shooters. Taking inspiration from MOBAs, the developers sought to make each character in the game, each hunter, play distinctly, uniquely, one of a kind, and fulfill a certain role within a team composition. You have your assault class, your support class, your medic class, and your trapper class. And all the different characters in these classes fulfill their team roles and unique in different ways. Every hunter character plays differently, provides a different first-person shooter experience, and has you interacting with and aiding your team in different ways, utilizing a variety of teammate buffs and enemy debuffs. And with all these different characters in all these different classes, there is so much team composition, experimentation, diverse and powerful ability combinations, depending on what class you play as, what character you pick, and what other characters your teammates are. There are so many variables and possibilities for unique experiences and combat engagements in Evolve. And that's just looking at the hunter classes, characters, and compositions, without even thinking about adding into account the map you're playing on, the game mode you're playing on, and the monster you are up against. Ah yes, of course, my absolute favorite thing about Evolve and what is possibly its main selling point, the monsters. I love the monsters in Evolve so much. Their designs, their animations, their gameplay, their abilities. Playing as a monster in Evolve is so much fun, but more so, learning and mastering the different monsters. The best stealth routes to take on a map to avoid and elude the hunters. The best ability combinations to dish out the max amount of DPS. And maximizing speed and traversal distance with each monster's unique movement capabilities. I've spent so many hours getting to know and master these monsters. You see, Evolve for me is a childhood fantasy come to life. The idea of hunting giant alien monsters on alien planets, with cool space guns, gadgets, and gizmos, while also experiencing the perspective of an apex predator on an alien world. Hunting, killing, sneaking, growing stronger, eating other wildlife, tearing apart and smashing tiny little humans, feeling like a miniature King Kong or Godzilla, trailblazing a path of destruction. Evolve to me is such a perfect example of the limitless possibility and creativity video games have to offer. The fact that a game like Evolve even exists, a AAA video game that was actually taking risks and innovating, trying something new. I can't help but be in love with the unique experience Evolve provides. I also absolutely adore and appreciate so much that Evolve did not make the mistake that so many other multiplayer games make, not having bots or offline support. I can play and enjoy Evolve with or without people when I want, whenever I want. Doesn't matter whether or not I have a good or bad internet connection, or an internet connection at all to begin with. I can still play every game mode on every map with bots. And the bots are great. They utilize all the different abilities and weapons the characters have. They respond dynamically to whatever situation they're in. It just puts the biggest damn smile on my face to know I can still play Evolve another 5, 10, 20 years from now, because the devs actually gave a damn about historically preserving their game. Where other multiplayer focused games make the disastrous decision to not even consider offline or bot support, meaning there will come a time where these games will be unplayable, lost to time. Evolve, on the other hand, will always be there. Always be here. It's colorful, creative, badass characters and monsters, ready to be played as again and duke it out with one another. The experiences that Evolve offers, the experiences that I've had with Evolve, will not only solely be memories. I can relive them, I can create New awesome gameplay experiences in Evolve at any time, single-handedly defeating the monster with only 1 bar of health left, and the rest of my team KIA, narrowly avoiding and sneaking past the hunters as the monster, lying in wait and preparing a stealthy ambush. The intensity and chaos of defending power generators from a small horde of monsters as the hunters. The immense satisfaction of destroying generators as the monster. Killing and eating survivors in the rescue game mode. Hatching eggs to summon little baby monster minions to help you. One moment you're working together with a team to take down this giant epic boss battle. The next moment you're playing as this giant, powerful, terrifying beast. Hacking, slashing, and exploding your way through a small army of jetpack-wielding cyborgs. God damn, I love Evolve. Evolve is such a cool game. You have the awesome, creative, and colorful hunter characters like Bucket, Slim, Lennox, Kala, some of my favorites. And when it comes to the monsters, I just adore them all. Goliath, Kraken, Wraith, Behemoth, Gorgon. Some of the best damn, if not the best damn alien monsters in video game history. I know Evolve is not the most popular game on YouTube. I know it doesn't have the most positive reputation. I know this is the video game you don't want to be making a YouTube video on right now if you want to get views. But you know what? I love this video game, and I want to make this video. A little celebration, a little look back, talking about and sharing my passion for a game I love. So yeah, that's Evolve to me, almost 4 years later. Anyways, that's been a video. I hope you liked the video. If you did indeed like the video in any way, shape, or form, please be sure to hit the like button. Hitting the like button helps you, helps me, helps everybody involved in the video. If you hit the like button, please leave a comment in the comment section down below. I love reading comments. Get nearly enough comments. Please leave a comment. What are your thoughts, feelings, and opinions on Evolve? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you want to help out and support this video, please share it on social media, Twitter, and Facebook. And if you want to help out and support me directly, well, there's always Patreon. Anyways, guys, that's been a video, and I'll see you all later.